paranormal fans, welcome back to another Black Cat Crossings podcast episode. How has your guys' week been? Mine's been crazy.
Mine's been crazy good. I'm not complaining this week.
I am.
Same. I'm just ready for it to be the weekend.
Really?
Yes.
I think for me, it's because I have an unscheduled vacation week, basically, because our office is closed for the week. And I did not anticipate it. I did not plan it. We just got a call on Saturday saying this and this happened and the office is going to be closed this week. And I'm like saying, yes!
I wish I would get a phone call like that.
It's so awesome. So I've just been lounging around, being completely lazy.
You have not been perfectly lazy. You have done so much work on the podcast this week already.
Yeah.
Well, apart from that, it doesn't feel like work.
I'm like, hey, we should do this. You should get on that, Sully.
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't feel like work. So I feel like I've been lounging and just having a relaxing time. I'm sorry you guys are having a tough week so far. It's only Tuesday.
My week is still not as bad as Barry's. I do not want to fuck with that flooring.
Oh my god. I'm almost done. But I got a hiccup. Oh my god.
Oh no, now what?
Now I have because now I'm in the living room, so the subtile is concrete and it's not level.
Oh no.
So you guys have to level that out first.
Yep, so the hubby bought me more tools. So I got more tools. At least that's a good part.
Oh my gosh.
But you know what the positive side is?
What?
Whilst it's you waiting for the stuff to dry, whilst it's leveled out, you don't have to do flooring.
True.
No, that's not true. That's true.
Oh no.
I still have to do the quarter rounds.
Oh, well, that sucks.
It's not true. I'm not even done. And then after the flooring, I still have a bunch of other projects. I have one, not even a month left anymore. I have until September 1st to finish all these projects.
Is that when you have a tenant moving in?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I'm hoping. I'm keeping both sets of fingers crossed for you that everything gets done. No more hiccups.
Right?
This is the last hiccup.
Hopefully. I'm so bone tired. My muscles hurt. Oh my god.
My muscles hurt just hearing you talk about the things you've had to do.
Know.
I'm just nope, I'd be calling a handyman. At this point, I don't even care. What do you want me to pay you? Make it rain, baby.
Yes.
I wish. And then I've been dealing with this headache for the past 4 days.
Oh, you still have the headache?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
man.
Yeah, it's called
It's all the
flooring.
stress of
It's
having
called-
all of this work.
Right.
Oh my.
I'm just looking forward to after the September. And I'm doing nothing.
Looking forward to September 2nd.
And right, you deserve it. A whole week off of just not doing anything. Yeah.
Right?
I think a wine and video game night will be in order.
Yes.
Oh my god, yes.
Yes.
Yes,
I'm for
yes.
I'm for it.
I'll put it in my calendar.
Make a date.
Oh my goodness. I am so ready for this podcast. It's not even funny. I haven't, and I missed last week's, and I'm
I know,
so
it was so
sad.
weird without you last week.
I'm sorry, you guys. It was the worst. Oh
And
my
then
God.
Sully and I just rambled the whole time.
Yeah.
At least
Oh
we
my-
kept it on topic.
Yes.
We did.
No,
We
you guys
did.
did wonderful.
We did. But it was fun.
It was fun.
It was fun hearing you guys.
Yeah. So what are we doing this week?
Well, this week we'll be talking about the haunted Hotel del Colorado. So grab a snack, sit back, and let's start.
All right. The Hotel Coronado is a lovely Victorian coastal resort hotel in Coronado, just south of San Diego in Southern California. It was constructed with a variety of wood species and no nails. Instead, the builders utilized wooden pegs. So I was just listening to an episode of Fireside Phantoms. Go listen to them. Where they talked about a spiral staircase like this in, I believe it was New Mexico. And they were talking about how there was like no support beam for it. And it's put together with just like wooden pegs and wood glue. And how other architects are like, like this is still something that would be super hard to do with today's tools.
Wow.
So yeah, it was super interesting podcast, and you guys should all go listen to it.
Oh yeah, totally.
I will definitely. That's some kind of superior type of carpentry, master craftsman type of work.
Right, and then with the story that they told, like, I'm just saying, there was something kind of divine about it.
Oh, wow. Okay, I definitely want to go check it out now. I'll listen to it for sure.
Yeah.
So when it first opened in 1888, it was the world's largest resort, and it hosted celebrities such as Marilyn Monroe and Prince Edward. Also, I had to like really be careful when I got to Marilyn Monroe's name, because I always want to say one or two other names there. Either Charles Manson or Marilyn Manson.
No.
Neither good names to say.
No.
It is definitely Marilyn Monroe.
Yes.
Many anecdotes contribute to the hotel's storied past. In addition to the famous people that have stayed there, the creator of The Wizard of Oz, Frank Baum, stayed in the hotel for several months, writing and reading to children. He designed the chandeliers that still hang in the crown room, based on the lion's crown from Oz.
Wow.
I love The Wizard of Oz.
Me too. That's crazy.
I haven't watched the old one.
What?
I haven't. I don't think I have.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm dead serious.
Oh my god, we have to watch that one night.
I would. Yes.
I watched that movie.
I've
watched that movie so many times when I was a kid that my cousin actually hates that movie.
Oh no.
I've watched it a bit as well, but I can't
Can't believe
remember
you've
it
never
very clearly.
seen it.
Yeah, I don't think I have.
Oh my god, how are we even friends?
We'll watch it together.
Yeah, we will.
Oh god.
Stories of apparitions and weird occurrences on the third level, in the gift store, and elsewhere in the hotel attract guests. Unusual noises, footsteps, temperature changes, and even sightings have been reported by employees and guests. Much of the action has taken place in the gift store, with goods flying off the shelves and books being rearranged.
That is crazy.
Isn't it usually good when goods fly off the shelf?
I don't think so.
Not in that way, anyway. When Kate Morgan, a pretty young woman, checked in on November 24th, 1892, registered under an alias on Thanksgiving, the hotel had been open only for 4 years. She appeared to be very ill during her stay at the hotel, and it was later speculated that she had taken a huge amount of quinine to cause the miscarriage of an undesired child. There was no doubt that she was distressed. Thus, her death was promptly deemed a suicide when she was discovered on the outside steps going to the beach on November 29th, with a single bullet hole in her temple and a revolver nearby. Strange noises, lights flickering on and off, and even the occasional ghostly woman dressed in Victorian clothing strolling the hallways have been observed at the hotel since then. There is much speculation about who Kate Morgan truly was, and because authorities were unable to positively identify Kate at the time of her death, a description of her was telegraphed to police agencies across the country. That's really sad.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Right?
There's so much story behind that one, behind her,
Yeah.
but we'll get to that after.
Well, as a result, Kate became known as the beautiful stranger in the press. Kate Morgan's name was confirmed, and it was assumed that she had arrived at the hotel wanting to meet up with a lover. She was married but estranged from her husband. Kate worked as a housekeeper for a prominent Los Angeles family. She took the train to the hotel, where fellow passengers reported seeing a woman who matched Kate's description arguing with a male friend who abandoned her en route. Kate was characterized as unwell and depressed during her stay, traveling into San Diego to purchase a firearm, and the San Diego coroner eventually determined that Kate died from a self-inflicted gun wound.
Enjoying what you've heard so far? Be sure you never miss an episode by following us. Thank you for your support. Now back to the show.
Kate Morgan's spirit, according to legend, still lives in her old room at the Hotel del Coronado. Guests at room 302, now marked 3502, have experienced a variety of strange occurrences. Flickering lights, the television going off and on by itself, and unexplained temperature variant has all been reported. Some even claim to have caught a scent of perfume and been kept awake at night by weird noises. Items moved on their own, doors opening and closing, and a person hearing unusual footsteps and dismembered voices are all regular occurrences in this area. One witness claimed to have seen Kate Morgan's face on the television. That's creepy.
That's super creepy.
Another story is of Melissa, a little girl who decided to spend the night with her aunt at the hotel. In several spots within the building, she was seen playing with her favorite small doll. When she grew ill, she was discovered in the hall. According to reports, the hotel staff and the child's aunt called for medical help, and she was transferred to a local doctor. Regrettably, no one thought to take the little doll that she adored. Melissa's health deteriorated further, and she died. Employees who worked at the hotel at the time, as well as many who work there now, have frequently reported seeing the ghost of a tiny girl whom they believe is Melissa, searching for her favorite doll.
Oh, that's so sad.
Very sad. Visitors are welcome to enjoy the hotel, even if they're not staying the night. The beach is open to the public, and many visitors spend their afternoons eating lunch at Shearwater, which overlooks the ocean, sipping cocktails at Sunset Bar or Babcock and Story, or exploring the arcade stores. The Coronado Historical Association conducts tours of the Hotel del Coronado, and the trips, which last approximately 90 minutes, cost $20. They're offered 5 days a week. Would you spend the night at Hotel del Coronado?
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Me too.
I would.
I would as well. I really would.
I definitely would too. It sounds interesting.
Kate Morgan, the story behind her, there's so many different stories, and I kind of wanted to put in all of them in this, but I felt like it kind of is relevant to her story in there. But there are so many conflicting stories as well. They're saying that there was this other lady, I think it's Elizabeth or something similar, the two of them conspired to meet this guy, like they were blackmailing this guy, and then something went wrong, and that is why Kate ended up dead. But they're saying that her name isn't really Kate. And then they're also saying that she was pregnant for this married guy who she was supposed to meet there, and he never showed up because she kept repeatedly asking the concierge, I believe, if this person, she said she's coming and she's waiting on her brother, and I said that loosely and in quotes, and she kept asking every day, did he come by yet? Did he come by yet? So I think that whoever she was waiting for, he stood her up, and most likely it was a partner or the person that she was pregnant for, or maybe she did meet up with him and he shot her, and made it look like a suicide, or because of the shame of everything that is going on, she couldn't, in trying to get rid of the baby, etc., she ended up killing herself. It was one long and confusing story about what happened. And they're also saying that the family that she was working for, she and her husband, they conned the family, and whilst they were on the train running away, he abandoned her. They had this big blow up, and he left the train and he left her on it, and he abandoned her basically. And in the end, she ended up killing herself. But it took, I think, a few years and trying to track down what the real story is for them to find out who Kate really is. So I still don't know which story is the true story and which one I should believe.
Did they ever even find out who Kate really is?
Yes, they did in the end find out that that she was actually working for that family, and she did have a gambler husband that she was estranged from. But in terms of the murder, I mean, they've said, well, I'm saying murder, but they've did.
I'm curious how far away the gun was from her body. Like, was it feasible that she shot herself and it landed away from her, or was it actually in her hand?
Yeah,
I'm not sure. It doesn't say. It just says that because of the circumstances, they just deemed it a suicide. Maybe it could have been a very well planned murder that just turned out that way.
Well, if her husband was a gambler, maybe he needed the
money.
The money.
Yeah. So I don't know what it was exactly, But I feel that there's so much more to the story that we will never really find out, because there are so many different
theories,
stories coming from it. And then they did mention the possibility of this second lady that she was supposed to be meeting up with. So who knows?
That's interesting.
Yes, maybe she's staying there because it's an unsolved death, as much as they said that it's a suicide, but I think her soul is just tied to that property because of the way that she died.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
Probably, being in so much sorrow and so much pain and the anger, everything. There's just so much emotion, I think, with her.
And it would have been a violent death.
Yeah.
Yes. Even if it was a suicide, it was a violent one. Yeah. So I think that's just the remnants of that is just sticking around. And I wanted to include it. I really did, but I just didn't know how I was going to, because, it was a lot of stories to add.
Yeah.
The movie. We watched House on Haunted Hill. Now it's been, what, 3 weeks now?
About 3 weeks, yeah.
It's been a while.
Yeah. But we watched the old one with Vincent Price.
Yes.
And unfortunately, we watched it in color.
Yeah.
which takes away so much from the movie.
Yeah.
But it was still good. It was still good,
yeah.
Yes, I agree. I enjoyed it. I mean,
I love the old horror movies from back in the day. Mm-hmm. I think it's so cool to see the way they did the effects and
yes.
As for the movie House on Haunted Hill, I think it really scared me as a child. It was one of my most scariest movies ever, and seeing it as an adult, it wasn't that scary.
Especially when you realize it's not really even a horror movie.
Yeah, but it was still pretty cool. And I wouldn't take away the experience I had as a child from watching it, even knowing what it is now. I mean, some of the effects are pretty obvious now. It was scary as shit growing up.
I think the effects just look so bad in color.
Part
with the old lady when she's
gliding
in the basement, and she glides past her with her like hands up, like claws.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I've watched that in black and white as an adult, and it was so much scarier in black and white than it was in color.
Mm-hmm.
I still jumped.
Oh, I did too, even though I knew it was gonna happen.
I did as well. But I think I'm just the resident coward. I am always
No.
I'm always screaming. So the plot with the wife.
Yes.
And it was a nice twist because I don't remember that as a child.
No, I don't remember that as a child either. I just remember thinking that the house was actually haunted.
Me too. But I liked it. I liked the twist. I liked the ending. I liked everything. I mean, the storyline behind it was really, really good.
Yeah.
And I enjoyed it. I give it 2 thumbs up, definitely.
Totally. Just watch it in black and white.
Definitely watch it in black and white.
We once again want to thank you so much for being part of our group this week. And if you have a paranormal story you want to tell us, or any weird photos or videos, don't hesitate to contact us at Black Cat Crossing Zabs. That is Black Cat Crossing, capital ZABS, @gmail.com. We would love to hear from you. And don't forget to follow us over on Instagram at Black Cat Crossing Podcast, on Facebook at Black Cat Crossing Podcast, and Twitter at Black Cat Crossing. No, at Black Cat Crossy 2. To stay up to date on everything we're doing on the podcast, you can visit the website at www.blackcatcrossing.co to see the current episode, a catch up on previous ones. Also,
go ahead. I was going to add something.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
You might be about to say the same thing I was going to say.
Yes, I'm not saying yes, but maybe that we have started posting on our YouTube channel, and it is Black Cat Crossing Podcast. So I totally think you should check it out. We have been doing top 5s and then something completely brand new that we're planning on doing. Do we want to go ahead and see what it is, Z?
Sure.
It is going to be I forget the name. The ABC. What is it?
I don't
ABC
know.
List of Urban Legends.
Yes.
So we guys definitely going to be doing that, and it's going to
tie in with the Folklore Friday that we do on Instagram and Twitter and Facebook. And I believe it's, I don't want to say it's every Friday because I'm not sure if it's going to be every Friday.
Every other Friday.
Yes, every other Friday. Like you just like pop back in there.
Yeah.
Every other Friday, we're going to do, it's 2 for each state. Is that how we're doing it?
Yes.
So there will be 2 for each state, and you can check that out every other Friday, starting this Friday, where we're going to cover Alabama.
That's interesting.
And I think after we finish up the states, we'll probably move on to other countries if it's something that you guys like.
Things new to me because I haven't really been here, so this is interesting to me.
Also, we want to remind you guys to like and comment and leave reviews and all of that fun stuff.
Yes, all of that fun stuff.
Greatly appreciate it.
We will see you all next time in
the unknown. Hey, that wasn't too bad.